what about if I have some, if I have a data, right? And then, share with you so that we find the, we train that, some kind of, behavior so that, the machine can, detect the patterns. Is it something that you guys are doing?
Yeah, something like that, but I cannot really promise yet. I haven't seen the data.
Right, yeah. I mean, I don't know either, but that's, we try to find, some kind of patterning, and then so that we predict, what's going on, if we have some data sets, so that that could be the one. I mean, maybe not the really hardware involved, and then, but you can actually develop.
Yeah, that's what I had in mind at first, because in our field, for example, if you want to train face recognition system, for example, and there are a lot of publicly available face data sets, for example, or object data sets that we can download with permission, of course, from the owners, but they are making it publicly available. We just have to register ourselves. We are from this university. We are doing this for research and those kind of things. But medical data is very difficult, I think. And the only time that I had to deal with medical data was at the beginning of the pandemic, where there is a trend to use machine learning to recognize whether the X-ray of somebody indicates a COVID positive or not, for example, something like that. And due to the pandemic, I think there are lots of data that are probably previously privately held, but now they are made available for researcher because of that. And I think we did, I did something with one of my students, a simple recognition to predict whether this is a COVID positive or not, using publicly available data, because we do not have any cooperation with hospitals, and we don't have our own research hospital, for example. So yeah, we base our research purely on what is available, publicly available. And this kind of data, the tongue, the ultrasound of the tongue, I've never seen anything like that, and probably it's very specific to your research. So unless we have our own ultrasound, we would not be able to obtain data from publicly available sources. So if you are able to share some of the data, then probably it's one step, and we can take a look at the data and see whether it is feasible for us to do something with it.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I think what we can start is something that I obtained, and then starting from from that point to find. So yeah, that's a feasible, it takes a time, obviously, it takes a time to collect a substantial number of data, obviously.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But for the ultrasound one, actually, before I use it, for intervention studies, so I do not have a, massive, data set, but for the, my new study, I plan to collect, data from, normal developed adult, normal adult female and male, and then children, boy and girls, so that I'd like to see what kind of, like their like I like to see that some baseline, I like to see that some baseline, data when I compare to, children with the speech sound disorder, So after I collect these, some baseline data, and then you guys see, and then from that data that, you don't, this is actually very much software. So maybe I don't know, technology wise, I don't know, but you can actually see, and then to see, is there any way that, we can improve or, something. I don't know at this time, I'm not really, clear, but at least I plan to collect the data, and then for my 5-year NIH grant, then I'm going to collect a huge number of data actually. Yeah. So that I'm gonna have some data set. Yeah.
This is speech data,
Yeah.
voice. Okay.
Speech data, and then also ultrasound data.
Ultrasound that connected with it.
Yeah. 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 So anyway, you know what? During this summer that I'm going to go to Vietnam.
What will you do in Vietnam? I mean, like you collect data, you make collaboration.
No. I was invited by conference, so I'm a keynote speaker. Yeah. So
nice.
I'm gonna give a talk, and then also have a workshop, provide a workshop. So maybe I can step by Indonesia.
That's very nice.
Yeah, you can talk more, Yeah. Let's see. I mean, but you can observe the watch it, speech session, and then think about it, and then you also read some article about the machine learning, about speech pathology profession. Yeah. So then technology wise, you may be better idea, but I can see that based on machine learning, that algorithm that we can develop. I mean, I'm just I'm really not familiar with this, but I know that the Chinese researchers developed the algorithm to detect some disorder speech, so that I thought that that's a pretty cool.
When are you coming to Vietnam and probably to
in June, month of June.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, if it is possible for you, at all possible for you to go to Indonesia, then we are very happy to.
Yeah, I mean, let me contact Indonesia Speech Pathology Association so that let's see whether I have some chance to meet them too, and then give us some guest lecture in Jakarta, yeah. So yeah, I don't know, are you guys can you guys come to Jakarta if possible?
We can. I mean, like we'll try to manage. Of course, you come.
We'll see our
US and
our schedule. Yeah.
But yeah, we will try hard to make it possible.
Yeah.
And